Hi everybody, and today I will tell you about cryptocurrency. Europe's CBDC designers wrestle with privacy issues. The European Central Bank will likely to opt for a centralized solution for its new digital euro, raising questions about state snooping. Privacy appears to be dropping down on the priority list of those designing a new digital euro, and experts are warning that the design choices being made could make privacy harder to achieve. There have been no formal policy decisions about whether to issue the euro is in a new digital format, but there's clearly momentum behind the idea. Euro finance ministers will discuss the issue on Monday, and a consultation is due from the European Commission immediately, a likely precursor to new laws. Ensuring that a digital euro safeguards privacy emerged as the number one issue in a consultation the European Central Bank carried out last year. Understandably so, as data about spending habits could reveal sensitive details about a person's lifestyle, tastes, and political leaning. But privacy concerns don't seem to be a sacred cow anymore. More recent ECB research, this time based on discussions with panels of Europe citizens, emphasizes other competing concerns people might have, such as security and universal acceptance, and ECB board member Fabio Panetta now speaks of a trade-off among those goals. Finance ministers from the currency zone are also set to give their views at a meeting next week, and they are unlikely to want new kind of financial secrecy undermining anti-money laundering and tax evasion norms. A fully anonymous digital currency would raise seriously concerns, says the internal policy paper that will form the basis of their discussion and what was seen by CoinDesk. That fits with the trend seen in conventional cryptocurrency markets, where a national government and, as of Tuesday, the European Parliament have been keen to bring in customer identity checks for even small Bitcoin payments, despite industry complaints about invading privacy. Questions about privacy. According to the policy paper, the ECB would have access to data about transactions to the extent necessary to fulfill its functions, such as setting payments and carrying out financial oversight. But the paper said that the trove of payment data shouldn't be fully visible to any central entity. Panetta has brushed away concerns over state snooping, telling the European Parliament's Economic and Monetary Affairs Committee on Wednesday that the ECB has no commercial interest in use of this data and will respect until the last comma privacy laws, unlike his suggested companies that are just looking to make a profit. He also argued the details of how much privacy to offer, like whether to offer care outs allowing small payment to remain secret or and offline, remain matters for governments and lawmakers to decide, not central bankers saying that privacy is not a technical issue, this is a political issue. But experts have seized his characterization and warns that overly centralized system might make meaningful privacy much harder to achieve. Marina Niforos, an affiliate professor at the business school Hack Paris, told CoinDesk she rejects Panetta claims that privacy concerns are related only to profit-driven commercial use of data and said people will be right to worry about government amassing so much control over data. We've seen is in other jurisdictions a sovereign concentrating that kind of power may not only be for a banning purpose, said Niforos. a crypto tech expert who has previously contributed to the Euro Blockchain Observatory on the digital euros design. State actors have less commercial motivation, but that doesn't mean that there is not a danger of misappropriation and misuse of the data, she said. What's more, privacy control can't be added just on a policymakers, but may depend of the kind of technology that is picked. Distributed blockchain technology might ultimately be the only solution left in terms of being able to embed privacy by design into the digital euro, Nifros said. That occurs varying from a March report produced by the Europe Blockchain Observatory, a body sponsored by the European Commission to make recommendations for the role in the Europe can play in the technology. That report said that unduly centralized CBDC would mean central banks undertaking mass surveillance on a scale that raised profound privacy concerns and offer a honeypot of information to terms spies and other malicious actors. Yet Niforos also warns there are plenty of open questions and grey areas that might make the SBC reticent to opt for that more decentralized approach. Blockchain as a technology itself faces several issues and lacks much needed clarity from the regulatory and legal perspective, she said. Centralized controls panel doesn't indeed seem to be flirting with a centralized model in which citizens' assets will be held in account at the central bank rather than a more distributed system where tokens flow relatively freely. In his remarks on Wednesday, Panetta fretted over the undesirable implications of letting foreigners get their hands on large quantities of digital euros, something that will be impossible to avoid in a more distributed model. Yet the account-based solution he apparently favored would come with a set of different problems, Nifrod says. It's not a panacea. It requires seriously re-engineering of the way that the ecosystem is set up, she added, worrying that banking and regulatory system in some countries just aren't prepared. The ECB's own study shows that many people don't realize what a digital euro is or why you wouldn't bother to have it, and what's already a major obstacle for Panetta to overcome. For others, that apathy veers into downring concern about damage to the Europe crypto world. For the moment, we perceived the digital euro more as a threat than an opportunity, Farrell's France CEO French crypto industry lobby group Eden told CoinDesk. Fleuret said the digital euro plan could undermine innovation because it could end up supplanting rather than complementing euro stablecoins without the flexible protocols needed to support decentralized finance. Central bankers rushed into issuing their own digital currencies when they saw the threat posed by the industry-backed and now defunct Libra project. In the push to stop the likes of meta platforms muscling in on their patch, some worry the ECB could be about to damage not just people privacy but innovation in the Europe. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.